Hello, and it's lovely, lovely to see you. So it's been quite a few weeks before Christmas that I popped my head around the door and said hello and gave you an update on my weight loss. I haven't really lost any more weight since then. I came off the weight loss medication for a few weeks over Christmas just to see, I think just to give myself a little tester and see how I got on with it, because I know that a lot of people say that when they come off the medication, they just start eating again like normal and they put weight back on. Well, I didn't put any weight back on. I did have a bit more food noise. I did kind of fancy a few more things like some cheese and biscuits or a satsuma or a bit of fruit or some dried fruit and nuts. The children think I've turned into a bird, by the way, because I've just got the cupboard is full of no, they don't have any real treats that they like. It's just lots of nuts and seeds and dried apricots and things like that. But I find those really satisfying. And the other thing I really enjoy is getting some chia seeds and making some overnight oats. I just mix the chia seeds and oats with some water, and I had some lovely dried cranberries that I bought over Christmas, and I put those in because they're sweetened in fruit juice, and they swell up again when they've been soaking in the liquidy chia seeds and oats for overnight. And then I add some kefir yogurt and a sprinkling of seeds, fresh crunchy seeds on top. I love the way that everything in the overnight part of it goes really kind of unctuous and thick. And then you get the different textures of the cranberries and the seeds as well and the yogurt. It's absolutely delicious. I don't put any sugar in or honey or anything because I actually think that a few cranberries, or even if you don't have those cranberries, chop up some dried fruit of some description, or just add some fresh fruit, banana or blueberries or some grated apple or something. It's absolutely scrumptious and delicious. And I always have that in the fridge. So if I fancy something, but I don't have time to make it because I'm in a rush or I need to have some protein and some goodness, then I'll just take a couple of spoons of that and snack on that. And it's really yummy. Maybe have an apple or something. So that's really good. But yeah, no, I found coming off the medication for a few weeks was a bit of a challenge. I spoke to my GP about it, and she said that really, I think somebody like me should be on the medication for life and try and get down to a maintenance dose. And she advised me that there are two maintenance doses, one which is 5 milligrams and one which is 10 milligrams a week. I thought I'd try and get down to 5, but I couldn't do it. It just didn't work for me. So I'm back on 10 and I'm feeling back on track, which is amazing. Um, it's also been a real challenge with the weather here because the weather in the UK has been incredibly stormy and wet. There has been so much rain, so much flooding. Everything is muddy or flooded. Having had my knees replaced back in 2002, I'm always very sort of trepidatious about slipping. I'm always very worried about that. So I bought myself a really, really sturdy, good pair of Brooks cross trainers. And they're amazing because they're very supportive of my actual foot. They're nicely padded, they've got a lot of bounce, but also they've got amazing grip. And so they literally, I mean, I don't, I'm not conscious of the fact if it's particularly icy or wet because they grip onto everything and they give me an awful lot of support. So they are an absolute godsend. So I wear those all the time, actually, wherever I go, because in this weather, you just never know. And they've really, really kind of saved me, I think, from many slips and actually that sort of feeling in my mind that it could happen anytime. Even though I'm conscious of it, I'm not, oh, it doesn't stop me from doing the things I want to do when I wear them. So they are amazing. And they're also waterproof, Gore-Tex. So I can walk through really deep puddles. I mean, almost up to my ankle, and mud and things. And so they're great. So it has been horrendous here. And I know that in other parts of the world, it's been awful too. Lots of snow and ice and then heat, overly hot in the Antipodes. So, there are things, it's not always plain sailing, but I think it's really important to have the kind of mindset to overcome those things and to not be too fearful. Obviously, do things in your own, taking it in your stride, literally, but don't get put back or stop yourself from doing things because of fear. I've always been very fearful physically, but now I'm getting fitter and stronger, and I've got more muscle in my legs and my glutes, and I feel that I can actually do more. I'm more confident about where I walk and what I do. I'm happy going up hills, down hills, like I said, through mud and all sorts of things. So I think it's really important don't to not stop yourself before you even start through fear. Give it a go. And even when I decided to come off the meds for a bit over Christmas, I was worried about it. I was worried that I was going to go all sort of foodie again and everything, but I really didn't. And I didn't put on any weight. I haven't really lost anything, but considering I was drinking a lot more and I'm socializing a lot more, I didn't put on anything either. And I realized that actually I really enjoy the help and the kind of on trackness, if that's a word, that the medication gives me. It makes me feel much more in control, and also, yeah, just in a good place, a good headspace, much more sort of positive about being able to make the right and sensible decisions about what I eat and what I put into my body, what I drink. Alcohol is a big thing for me. I love my wine, and I really should try not to drink alcohol. I find that quite difficult, especially socializing when you're out and about with friends, and in the winter when it's nice just to light the fire and have a glass of wine at the end of the day. I think just restrict myself to one glass of wine and then just go on to fizzy water or lime and soda or something like that. A much healthier option. So I need to sort of focus a bit more on that. What things do you want to get right? What things do you want to put right? None of us are perfect. Everybody has their little foibles and their little treats that they enjoy. And yeah, mine is a glass of wine at the end of the day. I did have a few weeks after Christmas where I didn't drink, so that was actually really good. And that's a good sort of kickstarter in helping you, or has certainly helped me get back on track with what I'm, control, I suppose, just coming back into myself and knowing what's healthy and getting on with it. So, yes, that's about it. I shall love you and leave you, and I very much look forward to hearing your thoughts. And what do you do? What temptations do you have? Do you give in to them? Do you have ways of circumnavigating the temptations? And are you like me? Have you sort of suddenly lost a lot of weight and just really reveling and enjoying in the new physical you, the ability to be able to get your head around things and to actually crack on and do a lot more physically? And just keep going and not get so tired. I think that's the biggest gift I've got from losing weight is just enjoying being outside, not not worrying about it, and actually just that real sense of achievement when we've done a long walk or you've done something different to what you would normally do or something that you maybe would never have tried before. Let me know. I'd love to hear. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I shall speak to you soon. Lots and lots of love, and I hope you're having a good start to the year. Bye bye.